Here in the UK, we're heading into a long weekend, so I thought we'd finish the working week on what I hope is another feel-good video. On Tuesday, I posted about Operation Raise the Colours, where patriotic Brits all over the UK are raising flags. The council are taking them down and the Brits are putting them back up. But I think there's been a change in the attitude, in the atmosphere over the last week or two in the UK. The British people aren't waking up. We are fully awake. The issues that affect British people are all over social media and now even the mainstream media. The Guardian ran a story this week about the migrant crisis. The Guardian is the most woke, far-left, anti-British paper in the UK. And now the Bell Hotel in Epping is being closed down. It can no longer be used to house migrants due to a technicality. Because when the government have been hiring these hotels, closing them to the public and housing illegal immigrants indefinitely, technically that is no longer a hotel. So the hotels in question would have had to put in planning for change of use. And none of them have. Hopefully there'll be a domino effect. Lucy Connelly is free from prison. Now, she should have never been in prison, but hopefully her ordeal is now over. She was given terrible legal advice. What I hope she does, though, is come the next election, whenever that may be, because I can't see Labour lasting until 2029. I hope she stands against Keir Starmer in his own fucking constituency, because she would annihilate him. So before we move on, let's remind ourselves of what a two-faced liar this excuse of a Prime Minister is.
Is freedom of speech dead in this country?
I'm not across the details of the particular case, but let me give you the principles that I would apply. Firstly, I'm strongly in favour of free speech. We've had free speech in this country for a very, very long time, and we protect it fiercely. I'm equally, though, against incitement to violence against other people. That has long been an offence in our country, and rightly so. And so I say, don't know the details of this case, but free speech, yes. Incitement to violence, no.
So that was Keith Starzy being interviewed last year about Lucy Connelly, saying, I'm not across the details of this particular case. He doesn't even talk like a human. He sounds like a sat-nav that's gone wrong. But after that, he then perfectly describes the scenario of the case. He knows damn well what's going on there. And of course, we all saw Labour councillor Ricky Jones getting let off for doing something way worse. We're all aware now that Britain is completely two-tier, allegedly. But the silence coming from the government is deafening. And yes, Parliament is on its summer break. But Starmer's still active. There's a great clip doing the rounds on social media where he visited a school and spoke to a young child playing a keyboard. And the song the child played was the nursery rhyme, Row, row, row your boat. Whoever got the kid to play that is a certified genius. He was also over in the USA at the White House with other world leaders discussing the war in Ukraine. But when the official White House photo was released, Starmer was cropped out of it. That's how fucking irrelevant he is. And even on X, he said nothing about Lucy Connelly, nothing about the migrant hotels, and nothing about Operation Raise the Colours. I think the man is terrified. Councils around the land are pulling down flags and painting over or cleaning up anything decorated with a St George's Cross or Union Jack. And the patriotic people of the UK are going out and putting them straight back up again, because the message is clear. We've been pushed to breaking point. We've been tolerant, we've been kind, but enough is enough. Now, I've seen bleeding heart liberals saying, this campaign, it looks really militaristic. Yes, it fucking should do. This poxy little island used to rule over the largest empire the world has ever seen. And I'm not harking back to the glory days. I think it's a good thing the empire collapsed. However, we're not going to lose our own fucking country. Again, this tiny island stood up to the might of the Nazi war machine and said, no, you will go no further. However, it's known that both the St George's Cross and the Union flag have been used as symbols for the far right. So coming up, I have some shocking footage. I'm going to show you some of the white supremacist neo-Nazi maniacs who are getting behind this campaign. I warn you, it's shocking.
I love the fact that Operation Raise the Flag has triggered so many lefty crybaby mutants who are currently pissing in their nappies. Now they're going out saying that Operation Raise the Flag and the Union flag, or the Cross of St. George, is the flag of the far right. But yet, them and these councils like Birmingham City Council had no problem flying the Palestinian flag everywhere. Now, the Palestinian people are currently governed by a prescribed T organization, censorship, the H group, right? So essentially, that flag could be interpreted as the flag of the H group, the flag of terror. But yet, multiple councils up and down the country had no problems with that flag being flown. But when it's the flag of this country, the United Kingdom, all of a sudden they're all in their feelings. Now, I've got nothing against any group of people anywhere on this planet, but ultimately in most countries, right, if you were to fly a foreign flag on council buildings or openly in public around various towns and cities or in certain locations, it would be interpreted as an act of treason, an act of war, or some kind of invasion or takeover. But in Britain, under the current flag that we have, you can openly fly whatever flag you want and there's no repercussions. Big love to all the patriots up and down the country, and every single person on this planet has a right to celebrate their cultural heritage in their own homeland. The left hate Britain. They hate Britain but love everything that Britain allows them to do, which is spout their nonsense and hatred.
Yes, I think that guy's a full-on white supremacist. He probably has ties to the Ku Klux Klan, and here in the UK, he'll be a fully paid-up, card-carrying member of the BNP. If you're watching from outside the UK, the BNP is the British Nationalist Party, formerly the British Nazi Party. They still are. No, what that is there, that is a proud fucking Englishman, and I didn't cut his clip short because I agree with every word he says. There is no place for the Palestinian flag in any civilised country. But woke lefties watching him will be going, oh my God, it's a black man. He's got internalised white supremacy. He's got internalised racism. He's punishing himself. No, he's got the one thing that lefties don't have, common fucking sense. Next up, we've got another far-right white supremacist fascist. Prepare yourselves. I'm surprised TikTok even let this be broadcast.
And then they say white people are racist. Oh, it's racism. It's racism. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is why me being Muslim, hijabi, I have to stand up for this. I cannot believe the audacity of some of those mayors. Oh my God. I am absolutely losing the plot. Tower Hamlets Mayor Lutfur Rahman decided it will be smart to ban, listen to this, to ban the Union Jack and St. George's flag. I beg your bleeding pardon. What? In England, in the United Kingdom, we're not allowed to fly those flags. There's my bleeding flag, and I will be flying mine out. And I know I'm not in Tower Hamlets, but I don't care. If you care about the UK, buy your flag and hang your flag. I do not care what anyone says. This is treason in its purest form. This is treason. Oh my goody God. I am literally shaking. I am literally shaking with anger. I cannot believe this is happening. This is Labour for you. Labour for you. Labour hates the United Kingdom and it wants the United Kingdom to be a lost thing, a sinking ship. Labour for you.
I've had a lot of bad things to say about the religion of peace, because it's the one with all the terrorists, and doubtlessly I'll have more things to say in the future. But fuck my Jaxie with the prize-winning turnip, every word she said is spot on. For anyone not following the story, the Mayor of Tower Hamlets ordered that all Union flags and St George's crosses be removed from a borough of London, England's and Britain's capital city. That's how bad things have got, in particular under Labour, that a mayor can decide the law for himself, and we have a woman in a hijab outraged at how much England has changed. Another point is that for those of us that the Labour Party have labelled far right, it's never been about race. It isn't really about religion. It's about culture. And that woman wearing a hijab, proudly flying a Union Jack, fuck, I'm glad she's here. I'm glad she's a fellow Brit because she gets it. That proves that integration can work. I would never have dreamed that a devout Muslim woman would be slagging off the Labour Party because the Labour Party are so fucking dependent on the Muslim vote. They're terrified of offending members of that religion. That woman's on our side.
I'm so proud of it, and I just honestly feel like it's the missing piece in my garden. I don't know, I just feel like it was missing. It needed to be there. I will get a St George's cross. I might put it on the other side or maybe just under it, I don't know, but I definitely will get a St George cross, and I'll show it to you when I put it together. But this is my flag. I'm so excited. My husband did have to do some gardening. The tree from the park is taken over, so yeah, this is our flag. And there it is, my people. There is our Union Jack. I will begin, I promise, I will get the St. George cross and it will go straight under it. I am obsessed, absolutely obsessed. I love it. Look at that. Look how it waves with pride. Rule Britannia, honestly.
2 years ago, if I'd gone up to a house flying the Union flag, knocked on the door and been answered by a woman in a hijab, I would have thought, oh fuck me, I've accidentally wandered into a parallel dimension. That, or am I talking to a remarkably casual burglar? But no, this shows how far things have gone in the UK. That regardless of race or religion, patriotic Brits are uniting, and uniting against this corrupt fucking government. Next up, prepare yourselves for another swastika-waving fascist.
So apparently, if you say you don't support thousands of undocumented young men turning up on rubber dinghies, you're basically far right, Bobby. Okay. So where's my cape then? I mean, I'll even get a matching crown to go with it. And here's something that a lot of people miss. I am an immigrant myself. A legal one. I didn't just hop into a dinghy with a packet of crisps and see where the tide took me. I came the boring way. The forms, the medicals, the background checks, the fees, the size of a mortgage down payment. The immigration version of a marathon where the finish line keeps moving. Painful, but fair. So when I say I'm against illegal immigration, it's not because I hate migrants. It's because, and this may be shocking, I think laws matter. You know, those little rules that keep a country from turning into a free-for-all. If you are in a queue at the airport and someone just ducks under the rope and walks straight through, you'd be annoyed, right? So same thing, only instead of skipping security for flight to Ibiza, it's skipping the process.
I think I speak for the vast majority of Brits when I say there is no issue with legal migration. People who want to come here to better their lives, who are willing to pay into the system, to assimilate into the culture. It isn't a problem. I'm guessing that woman isn't a criminal or a sex offender. She doesn't want to live in a fucking hotel and just leech off the state. She's paying for the illegals just like the fucking rest of us are. I apologise that this hasn't been a very funny video. There have been very few jokes, but I feel very amped up. Something I haven't felt in years, maybe decades. I feel proud to be British. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you can leave a like or a comment or share the video, that really helps the algorithm. If you would like to support me in making these videos, there are links in the description to buy me a coffee and to my Patreon. And as ever, thanks for watching. We've got proper weird weather today because the clouds are coming across almost like cloud, sunny. Like the sky's become a zebra crossing. Or zebra if you're watching in a new world. Lucy Connelly has been freed from prison. Personally, I don't think she did anything. Fuck it! Fuck it! Oh, that was nice. He doesn't even talk like a human being. Professor Stephen Hawking's electronic voice had more depth and emotion than that fucktard. And every time he does the thing, he sounds like a fucking dial-up modem. Rachel Reeves has started doing the same thing. They had the same voice coach. They aren't getting value for money. Now that is a patriotic fucking Englishman. Whoa. Calm it down. I saw a tweet of a crane operator who'd hung a Union flag from the top of his crane. Fuck that up. I saw a tweet of a crane operator who'd flown a Union flag from the top of his crane with the caption, "Fucking take this one down." I'm going home. And tonight I'm going to watch The Italian Job.